What's up everyone, it's Cannan back with another video, and today I just want to talk about pretty much what to expect in 2025. It is December 26th, the day after Christmas when I am recording this. This is going up on the 27th, and the reason why Jess isn't with me is because she's still at work. But I want to talk about what plans we have going forward for 2025, but also some theory talk when it comes to RWBY in 2025. Now, since it's going to be the quicker of the two, I'm going to talk about what you guys can expect in 2025. One thing that I definitely want to work on is getting the video quality up. I'm going to look into maybe getting Jess a new laptop so that she can work with more efficient editing software than the one that she uses on her laptop. I've told her several times she can use my PC to do all that, but it just seems like she prefers to work in her own little space for it, so I want to respect that. So we're going to look at doing that. I'm already looking into maybe an upgrade from this microphone. Also, an upgrade in camera. So I really want the camera footage to get a bigger update. So I'm going to be looking at getting a new camera for the channel. Now also, a new backdrop. Jess got us some more shelving to display stuff and all that. So once that gets settled, maybe I'll place the camera back behind me, and that way it's facing all the collectibles and my screens and all that behind me, what I'm usually looking forward to. For that way I don't have to use the green screen every single time. But there's a lot of stuff coming out in 2025 that I want to cover. I want to do a better job at staying up to date on news for video games that I'm looking forward to. Like, there's a little bit of news still going around that Silent Hill 1 and 3 are currently in development at BWGEEKYWINTER team as far as remakes go. Let's see if that goes anywhere. No new news on Guardians of Azuma, Rune Factory, but once the marriage candidates get fully listed and all that for that game, I want to cover it. And then there's the game itself. I actually want to maybe finally complete a playthrough of one of these games for you guys, because I'll start a farming game and then it just never gets finished, because I will admit those games are kind of hard to finish in Let's Play format for me. I think now that I can stream, and I've been streaming, that will be better. But we'll see how they do. I want to get Jess back on the channel more. There's just been... Jess does a lot of the RWBY videos with me, but since we've had little to no RWBY news since Viz bought the show, that there's just been like really nothing that she can take part in, really. Now, of course, we could always come up with something new. But since me and Jess work a 5-day full-time job, both of us, it just gets really hard sometimes. When we started the channel, and we tried to put up a video at least almost every day or every 3 days of a week. But that is back when either it was during the pandemic, which is really when we started posting stuff on the channel, or it was also during when neither of us had full-time jobs. We were working part-time jobs. We had a lot more free time to do all that. Now, like, there's days like today where, yeah, I'm off, but she has to work, and I'm so tired from working 4 or 5 days in a row. Well, this past week I had to work 4 days in a row because I had Christmas off and today off. But after today, I work 5 days straight, and then I'm off New Year's Day and the day after New Year's Day. So yeah, it's stuff like that. It just sucks. If the channel was bigger and we were actually making a profit a little bit off the channel, it would be easier. If we were making enough off the channel to where we could maybe go down to part-time and still like be financially secure, I would dedicate because I enjoy doing this, of course, more than working retail with the general public. I love the people that I work with, but yeah, I don't want to do retail my entire life. You know, I would love to do this for a living because it's a job that I would actually be passionate for. It's a job I actually enjoy doing, and I just love creating content for you guys. Jess does too. So yeah, I just wish I had better energy. Maybe that's something I should work on this year, to where I could come home after a long, hard 9-hour day and still have the energy to do like a 3-hour stream or to get a video going right away. But I thought about bringing back some of the creepy videos back, you know, where I talked about mysteries and stuff like that. I rebranded it as Creepy Mysteries because it started out as Internet Mysteries, and then I did a few episodes of that, but I found myself constricted by just leaving it for the internet. Then I decided to go with Creepy Mysteries and make it broader. I did one episode, and I for some reason just never did it. I never went back to it again. So, and those videos actually to this day are still getting comments and views, and you know, like being like, "Hey, could you please do something like this again?" So, we'll see about those coming back. But yeah, there's Rune Factory coming out. There's more than likely a lot of other stuff that will be announced at some point. I know there for a while I did like video gaming news, and it was all right, but it just wasn't going anywhere. A lot of the stuff I do, it's to test the waters, but sometimes some of the stuff that I don't expect to get views gets views. Like yesterday's stream, I did Power Wash Simulator off a whim. I was like, I've seen streamers play it. Maybe it's something people would like to see me play. I ended up doing a 2-hour stream because it took that long, and it's one of my most viewed live streams. That's not a RWBY live stream. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. And I used to have so much more time to come up with RWBY theory videos or our RWBY fairy tale series, which I said would come back when Volume 9 came back. But man, RWBY Volume 9 was such a roller coaster, and with Bumblebee becoming canon, that was our sole focus at that time. We could probably make some killer fairy tale related videos off of Volume 9 because of how fairy tale themed Volume 9 was. So we'll see about that, especially if we get some Volume 10 news, which I'm going to get to here in a sec. Like right now, one video I definitely could do for you guys is showing off what I got for Christmas, because it's all nerd stuff. Even though I did post pictures on Twitter, but I was like, I want to do something that's talking about stuff going forward, plus to throw in a little bit of RWBY into this, because, you know, RWBY content's what we're known for. But yeah, I'm going to keep on streaming. I don't know when I'm going to return to Clock Tower, because, man, that game is frustrating. I definitely want to finish Dino Crisis, because that game means a lot to me. That's a nostalgia trip for me. If you guys want to see me play more games like Power Wash Simulator, let me know. I don't want this to be a super long video, about 15 minutes or so. But I want to keep streaming more. I just wish I was getting more viewers. And I wish people would talk in the chat more. Like, so far, the only people who seem to talk with me in the chat so much is our friend Brittany and some of my friends from work. So I really wish, like, streams would be a little bit more captivating for me if I had more people to talk to. But I'm sure a few people would wish that my streams would be a little bit longer. So I guess on days off I'll just have to start streaming earlier than I have been. But we'll see about streams getting longer, and I'm trying my best to come up with new stuff to do. But yes, I want the quality of stuff, like the editing and the quality of the camera, the audio. I want all that to get better. We just have to be able to afford it. So we're at 10 minutes in the video now, and I want to, I'm going to talk a little bit about RWBY in 2025. And that's the big question I want to address. Will 2025 be the year for RWBY? Now, does that mean will Volume 10 air? No. I think at this point, 2026. But will 2025 be the year we finally get like an announcement? I believe so. Now, why I think that is, for one, not too long ago, at the beginning of the month, around the beginning of the month, Viz finally started selling some RWBY merch. Now, was it anything mind-blowing? No. It was a couple of shirts, I believe, a long-sleeve shirt, a hat. There was a sticker of RWBY, but it's since disappeared. Maybe they sold out. A couple of posters, one being the Volume 3 poster, which we kind of need to get. And a gamepad for like a keyboard and mouse to set on. I actually bought that. It's not shipped yet, but so yeah, it wasn't a huge merch drop, but it was something, and that to me just screamed that, for one, they're finally selling RWBY stuff, of course, but now, like, maybe this is a sign that, for one, they're establishing a store for RWBY, but maybe this is a precursor to something that they're going to announce soon. Because when they did like, Viz does what any other publisher of manga does. They'll announce their new licensing acquisitions or new volumes of stuff coming out on Twitter. Seven Seas does it. Yen Press does it. And so a lot of people were, for some reason, expecting RWBY out of this when it was just manga titles. Now, of course, if a new manga had got announced, that would have been nice. But they told people that they didn't have anything right now. But that time will be coming soon. And they said they wanted to make sure they did it right by us fans. Now, I think one major thing a lot of people are forgetting about Viz is not an animation company. They are a manga company. They translate and release manga. They do not create their own anime, even if it is under the Viz umbrella. What they do is they outsource their material to other companies for the company to make, like, animation and all that, make their animes. So, of course, with anything that is newly acquired that was previously owned, I know Blake, you hear Mommy, Jess is home, and she's having a fit. It's okay, Blake. Whenever a new IP that was owned by somebody else is bought, it takes time before you can actually fully use it. Now, of course, now that they have merch that they're selling, that already says one thing, that they've been given the go ahead to sell merch. That, this is their property now. They can sell merch of it. Now, of course, the soundtracks are not up to be bought yet, anywhere else. They've been silent about that. Now, I've heard rumors about why the show is not on Crunchyroll is because Viz and Crunchyroll have been going back and forth on it. Now, of course, Ice Queendom is still on there, but that's because that's through a whole other distributor. But yeah, apparently there are some issues between Crunchyroll and Viz before RWBY can be put back onto the platform. Blake, she is having a fit. And so I think one or two things is going to happen. They're going to find another studio to create the show that'll work with Carrie and whoever else from RWBY that comes back, like Eddie and and any of the other animators or anything like that, because I really hope they stay with the animation of the show. I hope it doesn't like become 2D drawn. I would like it to stay the way it is. The only way I would want to see RWBY in 2D animation like Ice Queendom is if they just retold the whole story again, just in a 2D animated form. But either that's going to happen, or who knows, Viz might have saw RWBY as a big enough acquired property that they decided to create their own animation studio within their offices, and it'll be Carrie and everyone else working on it as usual. But I think the more likely thing is they're looking for a studio to work on, to animate it, storyboard it, all that, while Carrie and the others work on, write it and give them feedback on it and all that. The only thing that really worries me about once Volume 10 starts airing is if reactions will still be allowed. Because this is now with Viz, it's no longer with Rooster Teeth or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure Carrie would put in a word about it, but who knows? But at the end of the day, I'll just be happy that RWBY is airing again. But yes, I do think this year we will get an announcement. I don't know when. It could be in the summer when all the conventions are mostly going on. It could not be until the fall. As far as where I think Volume 10 is, we do, like I've said in past videos, we know that they started writing it before Volume 9 aired. So I think in a writing perspective, Volume 10 should be done by this point, or close to being done. If an early draft isn't done, then something's wrong. I think an early draft and beyond is more than likely ready. So yes, I think it's written, but there's been no animation on it. Who knows? They might have already started. They've just not told us yet. Well, you never know. They're not going to drop a hint until they're ready. Until they have enough ready for like a trailer, they're not going to say anything. Like, it could be being worked on right now as we speak. But I'm going to end the video there. I just want to do a little, what to expect in 2025, since we are very close to the new year, and also giving an update on what I think is going on with the RWBY situation. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. As always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.